Hey, this is the Entertainment Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is the topic of, could there ever be a greatest movie of all time? So for this video, I'm going to explain in a simple and straightforward way, could there ever be a movie that out of all the movies that's ever been made, whether it could be in terms of years, decades, or even centuries, be literally considered, and not even considered, be literally the best movie of all time, is what I'll be discussing today in a simple and straightforward way, so anyone can understand it, okay? So now that I mentioned that, let's get started. So when it comes down to the question of, could there ever be a greatest movie of all time? The simple answer to the question is, believe it or not, yes. I definitely believe there is it is possible to have a greatest movie of all time. So when it comes down to this question, of course, here we go again, movie snob, believes Citizen Kane is just an amazing movie, like the best movie that's ever been made, and blah, 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 1940s, 1950s, 1960s was the greatest movie era ever and will never be topped, all that type of stuff, before people get things and stuff, okay, about me. I'm not a movie snob, I'm just speaking the honest truth here, because even though, yes, we do as human beings, we all have our own personal preferences and stuff, like some person might say, this movie I found it more enjoyable than this other person says that movie I found more enjoyable versus beyond that. The truth is, from a technical perspective, which is what I'm referring to for this video, yes, I definitely do believe there will be a great movie of all time. Now, would it be an easy thing to do? Absolutely not. Would it be a very hard thing to do? Yes, it would definitely be hard, okay? So, when it comes to answering this question, simple answer is, from an objective perspective, like technical stuff, to be honest with you, I definitely do believe it is very possible to have a great movie of all time if they have these fundamental principles that are applied, okay, to the movie that makes it, of course, perfect, if you want to use that term, okay? Which, of course, like all movies, it comes down to a few basic categories, okay? The originality of the plot, the quality of dialogue, the action scenes, for that matter, and stuff. No plot holes, at all. And of course, its influence. Like, how many movies did it influence? Because if something influenced something, for that matter, it's about a guaranteed influential enough. One of the things you like, in the case of movies, in this case, it's a guarantee. One of it is only exists because of that movie. Okay, see what I'm saying? That's why influence is so important. And why when people say something influential, I definitely look at it and say, okay, it's a guarantee. This was undeniably one of the greatest things, whether it's some movies or music or whatnot. That's honest truth here, okay? And back to, of course, my main discussion, okay? Could there ever be a greatest movie of all time? I definitely believe there could be a greatest movie of all time if all the categories I mentioned, the 5 categories I mentioned now, were, of course, properly followed, and the person, through, of course, painstaking work, made sure that there was absolutely no mistake for any of those categories right then and there, okay? So to answer your question, yes, I do believe it could be possible to make a movie that's greatest of all time, okay? Especially if, specifically with the influence part, it definitely did something that's so influential. It's literally every movie's based fundamentally off of it. It's like there's some movies that exist already in human history that have been made, that literally every movie that exists afterwards, in one way, shape, or form, is literally based fundamentally off of it, whether it comes down to the story format, or whether it comes down to the way that, they, of course, shit, they recorded the video and stuff, there's a lot of movies that already exist that are the greatest movies of all time, in a sense. influence movies the way it is now, okay? And it's from an objective perspective, because you might watch a movie and say, oh shit, that movie was boring as fuck. You know, yes, people have different preferences, but when it comes to a technical perspective, yes, it is technically one of the greatest movies of all time, okay? So that is what I'm trying to explain here, okay? So when it comes to the idea of putting a greatest movie of all time for the future, you know, which is the primarily the focus of this video, put a greatest movie of all time in the upcoming future, since knowledge and stuff has come a long way since back then and stuff, you know, and even in the year 2000, people still be saying, yeah, that was like a hell of a good movie, that literally changed everything forever. To answer your question, yes, I do believe it could happen, okay? Now, of course, doing it, of course, will be hard, because you have to make sure that you know, of course, write the script, everything from the dialogue to the action scenes, you know, to the plot. You'd have to make sure that there's absolutely no mistakes, because obviously, to answer your question, to be quite blunt and honest with you, okay, human beings, we are naturally all make mistakes. Even if somebody makes something perfect, I'm certain there's numerous times they make mistakes in the process of making something perfect, okay, which is common sense. Humans, we all make mistakes, no shit, you know, but if someone is able to make a movie, okay, and is able to look at, okay, I made a few mistakes here, and is able to put enough time and effort in making sure that they rectify every single mistake that they ever thought of, you know, and make sure that there's no mistakes whatsoever, since there's absolutely no mistake. Common sense is going to indicate that that movie, from a technical perspective, is perfect, okay, because it doesn't have any mistakes. Everything adds up. When they talk about doing one thing for the story and another thing for the story, everything adds up. There's no plot holes or questions you have, like, okay, you know, why wasn't this question answered? Why wasn't this other question answered? No, literally everything was answered. It's not like the show Lost, you know, a TV show that was quite popular in the 2000s. You know, the show Lost, where they crash on an island through a plane, and there's so many questions that are never really answered. Okay, it's like, this is actually good quality movie production, let alone good quality entertainment for that matter. Okay, there's no mistakes whatsoever. Everything is answered perfectly. There's not a single mistake. Okay, so to answer your question, yes, I do believe that it is possible to read risk of all time. Would it be very hard to do? Yes, but is it possible? Definitely. Okay, because the trick to it is not trying to make things as you go along and say, oh, is it perfect? It's realizing that you will make mistakes, but you can make things perfect by overlooking all the mistakes you made and making sure you correct them. So to answer your question, yes, I do believe it is possible. Okay, from that perspective. Okay, now of course, you know, for anyone who's even interested in knowing if it's possible or not, I hope I answered the question. It's good to ask questions like this, because I'm certain people are very curious about questions like this. But to answer your question, yes, I do believe it's possible. It's only more from a technical perspective, not necessarily from a preferential perspective. You can make something perfect from a technical perspective, but from a preferential perspective, a lot of people will find it boring. Okay, so to answer your question, yes, I do believe it's possible. I do believe it's possible, but would everyone like it? Not necessarily. Okay, so this is my video on answering this question. And simply put it, for anyone who watched this video just to satisfy your curiosity, you know, the question of if this is possible or not to make a greatest movie of all time. It is good that you know, we bring up questions like this, because questions like this actually help make entertainment better. I think one of my channel is how we can make entertainment great again. You know, why it's called Theentertainmentadvicechannel channel, advice on how to make entertainment good. Because the truth of the matter is, to put it bluntly, to answer your question, you know, through answering questions like this, it helps, whether of course it's this specific question or other questions, it helps give people ideas, and through giving people ideas, it can help put ideas into people's heads, so when they're making entertainment, they can take these things in consideration, and through, of course, you know, doing some of these things, these through these discussions, getting influenced by these discussions, they can, of course, implement the things which I was getting at before, and of course, make the quality of the things that they make a lot better. Okay, so it's very good to ask questions like this because it's not only does it satisfy people's curiosity, it helps make entertainment better, which is the point of the channel. Okay, so anyway, this is my video. This is all to say, and simply put it, if you enjoy this video and videos like this, remember to thumb this video up and hit the subscribe button, and simply put I'm out. So bye.